36 kilometers, 12 stations, one airport, and a deadline that is now counting down. If you are in rail, in infrastructure, in electromechanical systems, or if you decide where capital goes in this industry, then the next 8 minutes could be the most valuable 8 minutes of your week. Because Turkey's Ministry of Transport just released a tender that combines underground tunneling, full electromechanical systems, SCADA, signaling, traction power, and a 24-month O&M obligation, all in one contract. I have been in this business for 30 years. I have seen mega projects come and go. And I will tell you right now, this one is different. Stay with me, because the detail that most people miss about this tender, I'm going to reveal it at the end, and it will completely change how you think about pricing your bid.
Let's start with the big picture. The project is called the YHT GAR Esenboğa Airport Rail Link. It will physically connect Ankara's high-speed rail station to the capital's international airport. That corridor is currently served only by road. The numbers: 36 kilometers total route, 30.5 kilometers main line, primarily TBM bored tunnel, 12 stations, including depot connection, 4.5 kilometer depot access line, NATM tunnel, 5 turnout structures along the alignment, 1 full depot facility. The contracting authority is the Directorate General of Infrastructure Investments under Turkey's Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure. This is a sovereign, government-backed project. Tender ID 2026/905403. Bid submission deadline June 30th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Ankara time. Everything goes through Turkey's ACAP electronic procurement platform. Open tender procedure. Both domestic and international bidders are eligible. And yes, joint ventures are explicitly permitted and well-structured in the contract. Now here is where I want you to pay very close attention, because this is not a typical civil contract, and it is not a typical systems contract. It is both, combined into a single, fully integrated delivery obligation. Let me walk you through the scope pillars. Pillar 1, civil works. All TBM tunneling on the main line, all NATM tunneling on the depot connection, station structures, both cut and cover and board, shafts, diaphragm walls, jet grouting, structural concrete. We are talking roughly 414,000 cubic meters of NATM excavation and 62,000 linear meters of TBM drive. That alone tells you the scale. Pillar 2, electromechanical systems. Everything. Traction power and distribution, 750-volt DC catenary-free conductor rail system, substations, signaling and train control, full SCADA, communications, including passenger information, access control, CCTV, ticketing and AFC, PA, clocks, radio, fire alarm, suppression, ventilation, and HVAC, escalators, moving walks, elevators, all utilities. Pillar 3, design services. This is a design-build contract. You are responsible for coordinating all civil and systems design, 12 station design packages, 5 structural packages, 1 depot package. The contractor brings the engineering. Pillar 4, testing and commissioning. System integration testing, trial operations. Before commercial opening, a 60-day trial operation period must be completed, with mandatory availability metrics I will describe in a moment. Pillar 5, operations and maintenance oversight, 24 months. Post-commissioning, you provide O&M oversight for 2 full years. Minimum 48 person months of your specialists on site. Full shift training for the client's staff. Incident response. Performance guarantees. Pillar 6, 2-year spare parts and special tools. The tender includes a detailed spare parts list and special tools list. These are priced in your bid and included at no additional cost. Traction, signaling, comms, HVAC, every subsystem is covered. Now, I want to talk about what I call the hidden contract obligations. The numbers that, if you underestimate them, will cost you the project financially or even your reputation. System availability. During the 60-day trial operation, average availability across the trial period, 94%. During any full operating day, including 2 peak hours, sustained 8-hour availability, 98%. Overnight trial operations, 5-hour window, 98% availability. These are not soft targets. If you miss them, the trial period extends at your cost until you achieve them. 30 consecutive days of extensions are possible. You plan for this, you price for this. Post-commissioning, the 24-month O&M oversight period, same performance benchmarks apply, and ceaseless monitoring by the supervision engineer. Any deficiency triggers a written warning. Any missed remediation deadline triggers financial penalties under the contract. Completion timeline, YATA testing, site handover, plus 45 months. That gets you to trial operation start. Commercial opening comes after the successful 60-day trial. And after final acceptance, spare parts and special tools availability obligation for 10 more years, with price escalation formula tied to manufacturer country indexes and Turkish central bank exchange rates. I've been on both sides of these contracts. These post-acceptance obligations are where many contractors leave money on the table, or worse, find themselves locked in a loss-making support cycle. Understand this before you price a single line item.
Let's talk about whether you qualify. Fast checklist. Financial thresholds. Current ratio. Current assets over current liabilities. Minimum 0.75. Equity ratio. Equity over total assets. Minimum 0.15. Short-term bank debt to equity. Below 0.50. Construction turnover. Minimum 15% of your bid price. Experience, the single most important gate-paid. You must demonstrate a single contract, yes, one contract, covering works equivalent to at least 50% of your bid value, accepted under Roadworks Group A-5 or Railway Works Group A-V, within the last 15 years, with temporary acceptance. For joint ventures, which I strongly recommend evaluating for this scale, lead partner, minimum 80% of the required experience threshold. Other partners, minimum 20% each. Or lead partner covers 100%, and others can submit non-similar works for the remainder. Accepted engineering disciplines for experience qualification: civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics. Bid bond, minimum 3% of your offered price. This tender is open to foreign bidders. Apostille documentation, certified translations, financial statements in equivalent format, all explicitly governed in the specifications. If you are a non-Turkish entity, the documentation pathway is clearly defined.
If you are a non-Turkish entity, the documentation pathway is clearly defined. Here is where this tender becomes genuinely interesting, and where I see most international bidders lose competitive ground. This is not a lowest price wins tender. The evaluation is total score equals price score plus non-price score. The non-price component, what the Turkish system calls fiyat dişi unsur, carries up to 44 points total. 39 points come from something very specific: how well your unit rate breakdown aligns with the approximate cost structure of the tender. In other words, the ministry has a detailed cost model. Your bid is compared against it line by line. If your rates fall within the defined bands for selected work items, you earn those points. The remaining 5 points come from prior experience with specific work items covered in this project. What does this mean strategically? Two bidders with identical total prices can have dramatically different total scores, depending on how intelligently they distribute their unit rates. This is not about buying the work. This is about understanding the cost model and responding to it deliberately. I have seen bidders win at higher total prices simply because their rate structure was smarter.
Let me give you my 30-year read on the opportunity and risk landscape. The opportunity? This is a flagship project in NATO's second largest city, an airport rail link that the Turkish government has prioritized. The O&M oversight requirement means your company will have a 2-year embedded presence in the operational system,
which is a platform for future maintenance contracts, upgrades, and follow-on works. The 10-year spare parts commitment creates a long-term revenue stream that most bidders don't properly capitalize in their business case. Now, the risk factors. Be honest with yourselves about 3 things. 1. TBM procurement lead times. 62,000 meters of TBM drive. If you don't have machines available or under order, your program is already under pressure. 2. The design responsibility. This is full design build. If your bid assumes someone else is holding the design risk, read the contract again. 3. The availability guarantees. I have seen projects where the civil work was executed brilliantly, and the contractor struggled for 18 months in trial operation, trying to hit 94% system availability. Plan your systems integration program from day 1. Joint venture strategy. For international firms, partnering with an established Turkish contractor brings local procurement advantages, ECAP familiarity, and subcontractor network access. Structure your JV carefully. The contract gives you clear frameworks for how experience and responsibility are shared.
Now, I promised you something at the start. The detail most people miss. It is this. The contract includes price escalation, fiyat farkı, with a defined formula tied to Turkish Statistical Institute indices. In the current Turkish macroeconomic environment, this is not a footnote. It is a material factor in your project economics. Your bid price is your entry point, but your actual revenue over a 45-month plus 24-month project is a function of how those indices move and how your cost base correlates with them. If you are pricing this from a foreign currency perspective, model the escalation formula before you sign anything. This single factor can be the difference between a profitable project and a difficult one. Here is what I want you to do right now. Number 1, go to ACAP, acap.kik.gov.tr, and register. You cannot submit a bid without a registered account, and you cannot even access the full technical specifications without downloading the documents. Number 2, pull the technical specification package. The civil drawings, tunnel profiles, electromechanical specs, they are all in there. Before you make any decision, read the technical requirements. Number 3, if you are evaluating a joint venture or consortium structure, start those conversations now. The June 30th deadline is close. Number 4, subscribe to this channel. In the next video, I will go deep on the SCADA and signaling requirements and what the trial operation availability benchmarks mean for your systems integration program timeline chart. Tender number 2026/905403. Contracting Authority, Directorate General of Infrastructure Investments, Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure, Ankara, Turkey. This is a once-in-a-decade project for Turkey's rail infrastructure. The window is open. The question is, are you ready?